Hello, everybody out there. It was an okay clap, but we're gonna go with it anyways. So, for today's video, I've wanted to do this one for a while. I just keep forgetting to do it. I'm gonna talk about not dating super seriously in high school and in college. And I can already hear people in the background who are watching this video who say that I am crazy. But believe me when I tell you that is some good sound advice, and I will tell you the reason why. But before we hop into the actual video, if you could go real quick and whether it's now or at the end of the video, please share the video. Whether you directly tag somebody in it, share the link, whatever it may be, at the end of the day, the whole idea of doing the videos is to try and help impact 100 million people's lives in positive ways in different forms, I guess you could say. If you do want to like and subscribe, you can. I just don't like saying it because everybody else on YouTube is going to tell you to do it. And I just don't like being like everybody else, and hopefully at the end of the day, you don't either. But hopping into the actual video, I'm going to tell you, and again, I can hear people just already screaming in their heads and probably have already turned the video off, and that's fine. It's not for you, I guess. Do not date seriously in high school or college. And the reason why I say this is because at the end of the day, these people that you're dating, that you get super hung up on, that you get emotional over, that when you guys break up, you cry and it's the end of the world and you can't believe it and it destroys your life, for 80 to 90% of the people out there, the people that you date in high school or college are not the people that you're going to end up with. And for the good percentage of those people who do end up with those people, they're typically going to break up or get a divorce at some point in time anyways, because statistically 50% of people end up in divorces. So out of that 10 to 20%, 50% of them will get divorced anyways. So I'm telling you, do not get super hung up. And the reason being is not only the statistics, not only the reality, it's the fact that at the end of the day, people change. People grow up. People's brains, men and women, continue to develop until about the age of 25 to 30. There's no exact time frame. It's within there. You keep on maturing. Your personality changes. Your interests change. And I'm telling you that there is a big difference between someone at 16 years old and 25 years old, or even 21 years old, or 30 years old. I'm trying to drive home this point that the person you might be with right now, or that you're dating right now, or that you want to date, or that you were in a relationship with before, that you're sad about, you're heartbroken over, they're going to change. They're going to more than likely be a completely different person if you met them in 10 years from now, or 5 years from now. Maybe even a year from now, things can change. So I'm really challenging people out there, especially the people that are younger that watch any of these videos, is to really think about not getting super caught up, not getting hung up, not feeling like you have to be with this person for the rest of your life, not getting super heartbroken, not telling yourself like, oh, I gotta marry this person, or getting, even people that get engaged in high school or college, I would tell you to take a seat back and not do it. I'm not saying don't date, I'm not saying don't be in a committed relationship, because those are good ways to get practice for when you are older. But I am telling you that I would not, if I could go back in time, I would never be in a relationship where I was like, this is going to be it before the age of 25. And the reason being is that people change so much. Their aspirations change, their personality changes, their thoughts about what they want to do with their life holistically change. And so the person that you start dating and fall in love with, very much so, more than likely will not be the same person in that time. And maybe you're fortunate. Maybe both of you grow together, change together, and continue on your life together. But for the majority of people, that's not the case. For the majority of people, you're going to change and you're going to slowly grow apart over time and become two very different people than when you first met. Again, I'm not saying don't get into a relationship. I'm not saying don't make it a serious relationship. But what I am saying is don't sit there in your head and think that it is the end of the world. Don't sit there and think that this has got to be the person, or when y'all break up, don't let it destroy your life or how you feel about yourself or dating or anything, because those relationships are meant to end. They are. They're meant to set you up to meet people when you're an adult, when you're over the age of 25 realistically, maybe even closer to 30, that you actually are going to be on a similar playing field with. And for the women out there who are watching this video, it's even more so true, because men are going to mature emotionally and mentally slower than y'all are. So when you are, 22 or 21 or 18, that guy might have the emotional maturity of a 15 or 16-year-old, or the mental maturity of a 15 or 16-year-old. So they're thinking about having fun and going out and dating and not worrying about it, while you're thinking it's much more serious, because while you're 20 or 21, you know, age-wise, your emotional or mental maturity might be 25 or 26, and they're at 17 or 18. And I know it sounds kind of weird and backwards, but I'm telling you, that's the reality. So especially for the women, don't set yourself up to fail. Don't set yourself up where you're going to be with someone and you think this is the end-all, be-all, and this person's lagging behind you and you're taking it very seriously, and they're taking it seriously as well, but they're not ready, and they're not going to be ready for a lot longer to emotionally commit to you for the rest of their lives. And I hear people out there that are saying like, oh, well, this is all stupid and I just want to date and just do whatever and have a good time and I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm telling you, you can do that. Go ahead. But I'm also promising you that you are going to be wasting a lot of time being sad, going through breakups, having negative experiences. When you can date, you should date, but it shouldn't be the mentality that like, this is going to be a forever thing. This is super serious. This is the person I'm going to marry. Because for the majority of you out there, that is not the case. And even if it is the case, I am telling you, there is still such a high divorce rate in this country that the chances of you spending the rest of your life with that person are still much, much less than you can possibly imagine. So if I could give the advice to myself when I was younger, I would have. I can't, so I'm giving it to you now in high school, in college. You can date, you can be in relationships, you can be committed, but just realize that at the end of the day, there is a high chance, super high, that you are not going to spend the rest of your life with this person. And that is okay. And it's not going to be negative. I'm not saying go be in a committed relationship and just be a piece of crap and cheat and not care. No, take the time to work on your relationship skills, your relationship maturity, have that experience, but just realize that if you do break up, if things don't work out, it's okay. It's expected not to. Have the mentality that it's probably not going to work out. I hope that it does. I'm going to put everything I have into it, sure, or the majority of what I have into it, whatever you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable with. But just have the mentality like it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Most of these relationships are not meant to work out long term. The thing too is that you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're younger and you do get married and then you do get into your 30s with this person and you're like, wow, we're completely different people. I don't love this person. They don't love me. And now we have a kid, maybe we have 2 kids, and I don't want to do this anymore because now we're just so different. Don't put yourself in a situation. Don't go through all the heartbreak. Don't have all these expectations. And at the end of the day, I would say, like, don't be in a super duper serious relationship if you're in high school or college. Dating, yes. Committed relationship, yes. Super serious, end of the world, spending your life with this person. If y'all break up, it's going to break your heart. Don't do it, for guys and for gals. So after the video, hopefully it is some good knowledge, some good advice, some good positivity, some shining some light out in the universe. And if it's helpful for you, please share. If you think it's helpful for somebody else, maybe they're going through a breakup, maybe they're having a hard time dating when they're younger, maybe they're not dating a lot of people because they're just having a hard time finding people to date and be in relationships with, and it's making them upset or sad, I would still share the video with them. Because if you're that person who's having a hard time right now, it's okay. Most of these relationships that you would potentially be in at this younger age, before 25 to 30, they're not going to last anyways. So if anything, you're taking time to work on yourself and live your best life, and you're not wasting time on relationships that aren't going to usually go the test of time. So I got for the video, guys. Stay healthy, stay safe, and remember, above all, be greater than. Talk to you guys real soon.